Hello and welcome to Ryan Marquez live at Lotown Season 2, where we feature live jams, discussion topics such as current projects, this day in music, random fun, and special guest interviews from the unique world of Ryan Marquez and his musical orbit. Without further ado, let's get the show started.
Hello, greetings, people of Earth. Hello there. My name is Lenny Mink. Welcome back to. We're in season. It's a golf thing. So, but we're happy to be back. We do have a special guest. We're going to set that up here in just a minute. We're going to have a couple of clips we're going to play. We also have a very special sneak peek at one of these songs from Ryan Marquez's new album, Saint Unity. And we actually have one of the musicians joining us that actually played on the record. So, a couple of other things. We're going to do some leader phrases. That's going to be fun. We're going to do things that leaders say.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
Beautiful version of Octopus's Garden with that. And I think it spells right here, if I'm reading it backwards here, it spells first T-shirt I grabbed off the pile this morning. I'm pretty sure that's what that says. That's how it happened.
David Gilmour is just such a good guitar player. He's one of those guys where it's really easy to sound about 80% as good as David Gilmour, and it's just about impossible to sound about 95% as good as David Gilmour, because he's just such a monster. It is unbelievable.
And he's got so much like stuff. There's a lot of processing, but really he's so bendy and bluesy, and there's all this richness in that sound. I think he's probably the reason I became a guitar player in a big way. I mean, that tone and hearing, and of course the songs and everything, but just in the particular, his particular flavor, guitar wise.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's one of the greats for sure. And I love that era of British guitar players. Mark Knopfler, those guys could play Fender, Strats, and Tellys. They could really play.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Knopfler is now like a Nashville guy, basically.
Is he really?
I believe he lives in Nashville as well.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody's moving to Nashville, apparently. We're going to do a live stream from Nashville at some point, maybe in a couple weeks or something like that. We'll take our stuff down and post up.
Have to wade through the bachelorette parties to get it going. You know, every time you
sure.
go down
If
to Broadway,
if you're on Broadway, forget about it. Forget about it. You need to be in disguise if you're wearing some of this golf thing stuff. I hope Derek's paying attention and listening. Derek Crouch, shout out, Mr. Golf Thing himself. So we have Ryan Marquez here in the house. He got a haircut, and he's gonna play some piano. I wonder if Ryan's actually listening. He should be watching the stream right now.
Sorry, Ryan.
Oh,
Apologies.
Should I do like a Ryan impersonation now? Should we like work on our? What's up, people of Earth? That's the line, right? I know that one. What's up, people of Earth? Greetings. It's a fantastic and spiritually enlightened day here. I feel like I'm talking behind his back. We're doing.
It's all love, man. It's
all love. We're doing absolutely nothing meaningful at this point in time. Let's see. Well, let's see. I might have some other clips to play. Let me see if I got some other clips here. Oh, here's a nice little promo. We're going to talk about these again later, but I'm going to play this one. This is getting back to the one of the topics of conversation, which is Saint Unity, Ryan Marquez's new album that's coming out. And Saint Unity is a fantastic. It's a concept, but it's also we've realized, we sort of meditated on this, and we realized St. Louis is the heart chakra for America. And so and this album is very much, it's many years in the making for Ryan. Will, who is actually, I know we had y'all fooled, but it's actually Will Buchanan. Will is on the record. You played guitar on a tune called Anything You Like. Yeah.
I did, yes, with Erin Bodie on vocals.
Erin Bodie,
Amazing.
Bode. She's also a St. Louis native. Legend. And incredible. So we're going to play that song later. We have a clip of that song, and that's actually very special. Like, no one's heard this album yet, so we're going to kind of sneak it in there a little bit. And you played guitar on that track, so that's meaningful. So Will Buchanan in the house. But in the meantime, I'm going to play a little clip here. This is a clip that just kind of shows a little bit of the. It shows off the singers, the vocalists that we have on the Saint Unity project, and it is a who's who of incredible, the finest St. Louis jazz singers. I'm tempted, of course, to put a gender pronoun in there, but it speaks for itself, and it's amazing. So I'm going to skip that bit here, but.
They really are the finest St. Louis jazz singers. I mean,
it's incredible. Yeah. So it's a nice collection of like really top people. So I'm going to play this clip here, and this is a little promo. You may have seen it. If not, you probably will see it. But here it is. This little promo for the Saint Unity project. It also features a small clip from the film that we did. Ryan Marquez live at the Grandel, 2 nights at the Grandel. And so there's a little opening clip, which is a sneak peek as well of that.
One thing you can count for, that the best is yet to come.
Deep as the ocean, high as the sky. From my window I can hear the birds singing this. I'm just a girl, I'd rather not be, 'cause they won't let me drive. They
Hello. Hey, people. How are you? Yeah, that's nice. Clearly, Ryan has arrived. You can hear the beautiful tunes. We're going to get the camera set up there.
and then they start singing the song that you know over top of it, and you're like, what? Like, how did
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And so those are my favorite types of bands. Bands like Nth Power, bands like Soul Life, like you mentioned, Fish. Bands who are organic and you don't really know 100% what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You just know it's gonna be really good.
Amazing. And Ben Folds, when I first heard his music, it was definitely like, it was like shockingly fresh. It was like, what? I've never heard any piano stuff like this. And the fact that it was called Ben Folds 5, it was like, just the name and the fact that they're a trio, I was like, that's already kind of cool and punk, like, it just made sense. It's like, they're like the hardest rocking non-guitar band, probably, of that era.
Yeah, totally. I remember, right, because I didn't know about them till after they were broke up. Like I knew about the.
Really?
I knew about the Brick song.
Sure. Yeah, the Brick song. Yeah.
Right, but then
Right.
it was like, dude, that's like not even. It's not even in my top 25
No,
favorite
I mean,
Ben
it's
Folds songs.
right,
It's not even.
right.
It probably isn't even registering on the chart.
Yeah.
So when I actually got to check them out, Whatever, Never Amen, and Naked Baby Photos, the unauthorized biography of Reinhold Messner.
Yeah.
Is a good one, and then he went on to do his own thing with Rockin' the Suburbs, and he did that series of EPs, that Super Sunny Speed graphic. Like, I'm a super Ben Folds nerd, you know what I'm saying? Way to Normal, songs with Silverman. I pretty much, like, he did this album with the Nick Hornsby, you know him, the writer?
I'm familiar with him.
He did Fever Pitch,
Gotcha.
and a couple other ones that got made into movies. But anyways, Ben Folds, Nick Hornsby, fans of each other. They decided to collaborate through the mail. Nick Hornsby wrote the lyrics. Ben Folds put music to the lyrics, and when you go back and listen to the record, it sounds like a Ben Folds record, like lyrically. Like if you just thought that Ben Folds, you would think it was like Ben Folds wrote the lyrics, but the songs are really good. It's really cool.
Very interesting.
It's an interesting concept, right?
Yeah, and you can't. I mean, as a modern or contemporary, keyboardist, songwriter, like, the specter and the shadow of Ben Folds is ever present. I mean, he kind of carved out his own thing for sure.
Totally. He did an album with William Shatner. Have you heard that?
I've heard like bits and pieces of it. Yeah, spoken word and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty prolific.
We got the camera rolling, so we have the real, not the imposter, the realness of the real Ryan Marquez right there. There's the shot, and we're gonna reintroduce our special guest, our good friend Will Buchanan is in the house today. Will,
hello. What's up, Ryan? What's up,
What's
Lenny?
up, Will?
what's up, beautiful people of Earth?
Yes.
So
And beyond. We don't know. This could last a lot longer than people on Earth.
by the time
could
this
be
show
Mars.
reaches Pluto, there might be jazz lovers on Pluto.
There might already be ones
might already-
there.
Yeah, there's ones there. It's a race against time.
Yo, that was pretty deep, Ryan. I don't know, man. That was a heavy thought.
That's
Hey,
heavy, man.
that's where my brain lives, honestly.
In a deep place.
In a deep place, and then I gotta pull it back into reality,
We-
whatever that means.
We played a couple of clips early, but we might replay them. And we do have a couple of segments that we're going to, of course, do because by popular demand, people have been enjoying our little This Day in Music History little segment. That's really fun, and it gives us something to anchor to kind of think about in terms of where we fit in to music and music history. Right? It's all a big continuum and like a big
story.
daisy chain of sorts. Who played with who and who was on whose record and on what date. And all those kinds of things. Those are like really fun aspects of what we do. So also, I think we're going to do some leader phrases. This book is hilarious. It's really funny. When you work with people, sometimes there can be creative differences or friction. Depending on your
Totally.
role and what everyone's role is, things can happen. And so how do you communicate in a appropriate fashion without being
Without having a fist fight.
without being like rude and like stirring up all kinds of shit, so that's all kinds of trouble. Like
Yeah, man.
like
The art of having a band. That's like, it's just like having a relationship, except for there could be like 5 or
Except
6,
it's a
7,
five-way
8
relationship.
people.
Yeah, it's a five-
You're having
Yeah.
a five-way.
right.
Exactly.
That's the only problem
And
with
you have
bands.
to know, and you have to know everybody's love language and how they like to be talked to,
Right.
and be sensitive to it, and make sure you know, don't bring up so and so in front of so and so, and
Right, yeah, he didn't pay me for that gig and the whole thing,
Exactly.
That can happen. Just like imagine, it is like it's like being in a family.
It's like being in a family
where everybody's a little kooky.
Yep, and sometimes people are gonna say things that they need to eat a Snickers bar and take a time out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, as I've gotten older, it's become less of an issue, I think. But like in younger bands in younger years, it was like, dude, people about to have a fist fight over like, what songs we're gonna play.
Whether we do a E7, sharp 11 or E7 alt, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
gonna come to fisticuffs on that.
Right.
Fighting over chord changes.
Right, fighting over.
That's how you know you're in a jazz band.
That's
especially,
it, man.
Because people will go, I will storm off if you play that sus4 again.
Yeah, it's a triad. No, it's a sus chord. It's like, come on, guys.
Oh, come on.
Just play one of the chords. Pick one.
Play power chord.
No,
That always works.
but what's cool is, being in a space where you can find your people, and then it's like, you find your people when you reach that place, because inevitably we're all human, right? There's going to be conflict, but then it isn't about like the conflict, it's about the conflict resolution.
It's about how you, and I think words, of course, we're all writers and we get it. Like words, especially words matter. And this little book is really fun. I just keep it around. Like if there's something I need to say to somebody, maybe on our production team, or if there's if there's an issue that needs to be addressed of some sort, instead of like, sometimes I have a tendency I just start talking and my brain is going, no, don't say it that way. And so I've been trying to cultivate this philosophy and this like mentality of like, let me really think about, parse my words. And this book is really funny and it's really good for it. It's the leader phrase book. And what it does is it's organized according to sort of like how nicely you want to say something. Like you can say it nicely, or you can say it a little more like, let's say directly.
A little sharper,
yeah. A little sharper, yeah. And so there's like little, it's like a scale, and there's all these different categories, right? Okay, Ryan. So let's pick a cat. I'm gonna give you categories. You pick a category.
What you got?
All right. Okay. We got general conversation, at work, conflict and anger, diplomacy, negotiation, problem solving, courtesy, and then part 8 at the end here is Machiavellian techniques. So that's
Whoa, that's a lot, man.
okay.
Those are all
Problem
deep.
solving, courtesy, negotiation, diplomacy, conflicts, anger, and general conversation or at work.
General conversation at
So there's 2 categories: general conversation or at work.
Oh, okay. Let's do. I feel like, how many times, diffusing. I feel like diffusing anger is a good skill set that
Got it.
people could find value in.
All right. So conflicts and anger. All right. So like how? So here's okay. So how to diffuse a tense situation? How would you diffuse? What would you say to diffuse a tense situation?
Yo, take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill.
Classic. Good. What about you, Will? You gotta.
Oh, I would,
How would
I would acknowledge both people. Say, I appreciate you, person 1. I appreciate you, person 2. What I'm hearing you say is this.
Okay.
Why can't we all just
Yeah.
get along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you, Dr. Will.
That's good. I mean that
That's
would work
good.
for me.
That's definitely good.
All right,
I mean,
well-
I'm also a lawyer, so I would say let's read the contract.
So
and,
the truth. This is true. Will Buchanan is also a lawyer. He's one of them. He's one of the musician lawyers. Not music lawyer, but a musician lawyer. Yeah. So that's all about conflict resolution, isn't it? A lot of it. Okay, well here's
or conflict generation.
Or conflict
sometimes, but anyway.
That's true. That's indeed. It depends. All right. So this scale goes. So this is how to diffuse a tense situation. This goes from conciliatory to aggressive. All right. So on the aggressive. Oh, that's interesting. Now this is interesting. On the aggressive end. Well, I'll start with conciliatory. So here's middle of the road. So see, there's like a little. It's like color coded, right? So conciliatory, kind of middle of the road, medium in between. Let's not allow relatively minor things to put us in a state of conflict. Hey guys, don't sweat the small stuff. Okay. Pardon me, but I think we would all benefit from a less hostile dynamic here. That's pretty good. That's not bad. So that's middle of the road, right?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, conciliatory is, it's okay. We just don't see eye to eye on this.
Oh.
All right, just play you can play the C7, but I won't agree with it, but you can play it.
Right when you said that, I actually was playing a C7.
Oh, really? Maybe my brain just heard that. But interestingly enough, you want to hear what's the most aggressive according to this book?
What's that?
There's two. Cool your jets.
Cool your jets.
Cool your jets. And believe it or not, chill out. That's actually considered
chill out.
I didn't think when you said it, it didn't sound aggressive to me.
Because Ryan's a friendly man,
I was like just joking around. If somebody was really angry, I probably wouldn't really say it to him.
They'd be like, don't tell me to chill out.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would say.
You wouldn't be chill if you couldn't stand F diminished chords.
There's a gender component to this as well. I would not tell a female colleague to chill out. That would not work.
That would definitely be even more considered.
That would be bad.
More aggressive.
Definitely confirmed.
Do not go there. Don't bicker about trivial matters. Hey guys, come on. Stop bickering about trivial matters. That's actually kind of aggressive according to this book. But it really does come just how you say it, right? It's how you say it.
I don't do well with sarcasm.
Sarcasm does not work in a conflict situation?
Never.
All right, let's pick another category. Conflicts and anger. All right, Will, you pick a category. We have general conversation at work, problem solving, negotiation, diplomacy.
Oh, let's do negotiation. Let's do some negotiation.
Negotiation, 119. All right, here we go. Very lawyerly.
Indeed.
Negotiation. But there's actually a quote. This is interesting. There's actually a quote in the beginning of the chapter on negotiation from none other than Marvin Gaye. There's a Marvin Gaye quote here. Interestingly enough, let me show. Look at that, Marvin Gaye getting in on it. It's kind of an interesting quote. It says, "Negotiating means getting the best of your opponent." Is that what it means? Is that? We need to check with legal counsel.
That's one view.
I thought it was like trying to find the middle ground.
I thought everybody has to benefit. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Let's check the lawyer's view on it.
This must be
I kind of like Marvin Gaye's interpretation.
Marvin Gaye?
Wait,
Marvin Gaye?
wait, Marvin Gaye said that?
Yeah. I'm not. Marvin Gaye is hardcore, man. I'm surprised.
His agent probably had a tough job. I'll tell you what.
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's true. Brother, give me all your money.
And you want to, see,
Yeah.
We're negotiating.
All right, negotiation. So
I want you to give me all your money, and I want you to want to give me all your money.
So, yes, right. All right, so there's a few little subcategories here. Okay, we have how to ask a question, how to stall, how to emphasize a point, how to emphasize a point, how to stall, how to convince how to convince.
Oh, let's do that one. Let's
Okay.
do persuasion tactics.
So what's something that you, as a lawyer, persuasion tactics? What would be like something what would be a? And by the way, the scale here, the scale here is from courteous to rude. That's the scale. So how would you try to convince?
Who would pick rude? Like who's like, I'm gonna be rude in this situation? I mean, I guess
also just to check yourself, like, oh, did I say something rude, or did I say it in a rude way?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could be like, all right, so how to convince someone from courteous to rude? How would you convince someone? Will?
I would say,
What would the lawyer say?
I would say, help me, help you. I would quote Tom Cruise. Help me, help you.
What movie is it?
It's the one where he plays the. Oh man, I'm not sure. But
It's
he gets-
okay. He plays the same guy in every
He
movie.
plays the same guy in every. Dude, that is so true. He and Nick Cage, man, you just know what you're getting when you sign up for a Tom
Totally.
Cruise or a Nick Cage movie. Anyway, help me, help you.
It's Jerry Maguire, by the way, Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah.
And which is also, of course, the origin.
Quintessential one.
Which is also the origin of the phrase, which has become like a part of everyday American language
Show me
now.
the
which-
money.
Show me the money. Show me
Well,
the money.
Come on now. We're from the Show Me State. We've been saying "Show me the money."
That's right. Okay, so help me help you. Let's see where that falls here. So here's on the middle of the road. Given enough time, I know I can win you over. That's a pretty good one. That's middle of the road supposedly here. Marvin Gaye, I don't see him on the list on this one here. Whoa, how about this one? This is also considered right in between courteous and rude. Your logic, this one's good. Your logic must be able to discern the veracity of what I'm saying. Your logic,
What?
huh? What are you saying?
Say it again.
I missed it. Your logic must be able to your logic must be able to discern the veracity of what I'm saying. I guess we put the emphasis on must, and it sounds more sarcastic, maybe.
That sounds like a Michael Scottism, you know, just
Totally.
say things.
Just say
you
things.
know?
That's yeah. It sounds
Wear
like
'em down with words.
Sacha Baron Cohen
Yes.
in Talladega Nights in the
Oh,
talking to Ricky Bobby, trying to talk over his head. Then he's gonna get punched. Have to break his arm over a crepe.
over a crepe. That's right. Okay. Well, here's the most courteous way, according to this book, to convince someone. What can I do or say to persuade you? Please allow me to plead my case. That's lawyerly.
That's pretty good. What's the rudest option?
The rudest option. Don't be so obdurate and just listen for a moment.
Obdurate.
Obdurate.
I can think
What a
of rude.
word.
I can think of ruder
I can think of much more
approaches.
rude
You're
way.
being obdurate right now,
Obdurate.
and I need you to listen.
If you opened your eyes to see the facts, I think you would understand. It's as plain as the nose on your face.
Oh yeah.
That's a classic, too. All right. Okay, so the leader phrase book. So we learned something.
I have a fancy nose, by the way.
A fancy nose? That's funny. All right. Well, let's see. What else? I think I have another clip here. What I want to talk about I want to talk about anything you like. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
This is a song from the upcoming record, Saint Unity, which is Ryan Marquez's new album. And I'm going to take a little moment here to also remind everybody this show is sponsored by Golf Thing Clothing. It's comfortable. It's stylish. I'm going to wear one next week. But I love wearing this hat. It's very cozy for my head, my new head. And you know why? Why do we hang out with Mr. Derek Crotch? Why do we do Golf Thing? Because it is a golf thing. That's why. It's a golf thing. So thank you, Golf Thing, for the swag and for the kindness. Also, yes, the new record is called Saint Unity. We're doing promos, and one of these singers. Earlier, I played the clip where we kind of featured the sort of promoted the different ladies that were on the record, and the singers. And one of the singers is Anita Jackson. One of the other singers is
The Anita Jackson.
The Anita Jackson. One of the other singers is Janet Evra of Janet Evra fame. Will and Janet play.
The Janet Evra.
The Janet
The
Evra.
one and only Janet Evra.
Of the one and only Janet Evra.
Ryan refers to her as the Duchess of Bossa Nova, which I think
Yes.
is a
I
nice.
like that.
A nice
That's
touch.
actually really
The
nice.
Duchess of Boss.
Can you play us a little bossa? Like, do you have like a favorite bossa thing that you like? What's your
favorite?
if somebody's just like play some bossa? Like, what's your go-to?
If they say play bossa, that means play.
That's what they mean. That's what you think they mean. That's right.
Heard in elevators around the world. The girl from Ipanema.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times that I was playing this song and somebody came up to me and requested if we could play this song. I'm not even kidding. It's happened more than once, more than twice.
Oh my gosh, that is a hoot.
You're in the middle of playing the song, and people come up and request you to play the song.
Yes, it's so awkward.
Hilarious.
So you know what I do?
What do you do?
Stop the band right there. like literally just like stop. Special request. And then say the song that we're playing. Let's play Go from Ipanema. And then the band looks like, wait, what?
Wait.
They're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, stop the song. Now we're gonna play this other song called "Girl from Ipanema."
It's like we had a special request. So if anybody's really paying attention, they'll watch someone come up, interrupt the band in the middle of the song that they're already playing, and then the band stop and then announce that they're going to play a special request that's the song that the person just came up that they were already playing.
Brilliant.
It's a giant inside joke that you would only be able to tell if you had a camera.
That's funny.
Dude, goofy fans are the best.
Totally.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
funny people at shows with funny requests.
Totally.
They really add something.
See,
to the
that's you could
experience.
say that, especially in the jazz world. I have to say, goofy fans in the rock world sometimes, you know, it's like, get off the stage. Why are you so drunk? You know, that sort of thing. We probably
Oh, they're
experienced that a
still
little bit.
drunk.
Club. They're still
just
drunk.
like they're like wine drunk instead of like whiskey drunk.
whiskey drunk. Yeah. It's
They're
the difference.
benevolent. They're
They're-
benevolent. They're
right,
just
they're-
trying to have a good time.
They're just
you
having a
know.
good time. But you know, then there's always somebody that like wants to get on stage, grab the mic, and start singing. That's kind of a no-no.
Nope.
That's a nope.
That's like a wedding band. It's happening. Like you know, I played in some wedding bands where you know when people would come up and try to get on the stage and stuff, and the band leader would chase them off, or the singers were like trained to like bat them down, you know. But then I played it also in bands where like the band encouraged it, and then it would be like they would. I have to say, it is pretty funny when you let the people make a fool of themselves.
It's like, hey, our Uncle Lester wants to come up and do "Girl from Ipanema."
He used to sing back in elementary school.
Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, he was a singer back in the army 43 years ago, and you know, he plays a little guitar and stuff. Would you let him do one?
He knows it in one key that's not whatever key you are going to play it in.
Right.
But not even like you could change it for him. He'd be like, oh, I know it. Do it in B flat. Like, okay, cool. Or hey, do it in F. Okay, cool. It's more like do it in F, and then he does it in C. Or
But
do
he's
it in
not
G,
in F.
He does it in A.
Like, yeah, right.
It never fails. But
Well-
I also have seen people smash it, like just come up and straight up be ringers, and then everybody in the band like, hey, who are you?
Okay, who are you? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thing when that happens.
It's not that often, but it does. Miracles do happen.
So, well, it's no miracle on that note. It's no miracle that we have produced this fantastic record called Saint Unity. And tell us about the song Anything You Like, because we're going to play. I actually have a clip where it's like the entire song. And just get a little background on this song before we play
Yeah.
it.
So, Anything You Like is actually the first song that was conceived and written from this project. And it kind of set in my catalog just in a demo format for years. I'd say I conceived it somewhere around 2011, 2012. And it was kind of an oddball when it came out, and I didn't know what to do with it because it didn't match anything I was writing at the time, you know? So it was kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this. So it sat on the shelf, it got mature, just like a fine wine. And then as this project began to materialize, and the concept to do a record, kind of a jazz pop record featuring some of the top vocalists in town, and thinking about, you know, what voices I would want to have on the record, then I was like, I think this one will work. And so I put some time into it and started doing it actually with Lola Christine. We have a group. It's just Ryan Marquez Trio and featuring Lola Christine. And we do some shows. We've done some shows here out in California. And she was kind of like the test pilot for a lot of these tunes. And together we like worked out, you know, this key would be better than the one you wrote it in, because you wrote it in the key that worked, you know, that I was hearing it in, but like, you know, where the female voice sits, it was like maybe in a different key. So it just kind of went through a process, and then thinking about who I wanted to sing on the record, you know, Aaron Bodie is such a iconic jazz singer from St. Louis, you know, having accomplished so many cool things. You know, she went to Webster like a lot of the people connected on the project did. And when I was just starting there, she had just finished. So she would come back and do concerts, and her concerts were always slamming, you know, because she had Adam Manis on keys, and I'm a big, huge fan of his, and I've always looked up to him and enjoyed his playing. So, like, you know, they went and did, like, the Today shows and got a lot of good press on their records, and they were signed to this record label in town called Max Jazz that was run by this really great jazz ambassador for St. Louis, Rich McDonough.
Yeah.
And I just, like, heard Aaron so clearly on the record in my head when I was conceiving up who I'd like to, and then, you know how magic happens in the music realm, and we were able to get Aaron on board on the project, and, you know, history is what it is, and I learned through the process that when you don't know what to do with something, just wait. Just put it on the shelf and, like, let it ferment, and then, you know, get it off a few years later, take a whiff of it, see if it smells right.
That's brilliant. And so the song is Anything You Like. Also, we have our good friend, of course, Will Buchanan in the house, and you played guitar on this track, I believe.
Oh yeah, it's a smashing track, and you know, the chart for this was so long, it was 7 pages long. So I got out a music stand, and then I got out another music stand.
That's funny.
And then we got out a third music stand.
Oh,
so
wow.
I actually had 3 music stands. You know, 7 pages.
It's a three-stander.
And we had to use 3 music stands and a you know, binder clip to keep the music up. So it was a wonderful chart, and it was a wonderful project.
Yeah, this is a 3-stand chart.
Yeah, you smashed it, Will. I love your playing on it. You're like the bridge between the percussion section and the rhythm section, like harmonic.
Well, you know, thanks, Ryan. And you know, when I came in to record, we didn't even have the horns on it yet, and then we added a killer horn part too.
Yeah, the horns really smashed it. Don Weber, Lamar Harris, Ben Reese,
Woo!
And Matt McKeever.
Woo!
Well, we have the track here, and this music video is not an actual music video for the track. It's actually kind of a repeat of the promo, the new promo. It's kind of on repeat underneath with the track playing underneath it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cue that up and play it. This is essentially a small sneak peek of the record with the fantastic Aaron Bodie on vocals, Will Buchanan on guitar, and everybody else in the horns and everything. So here is Anything You Like from Ryan Marquez, Saint Unity.
In this world that we're living, it's time that we start giving all of the love we have to everyone we can. The time is coming near when darkness will appear to overtake the light. But do not fear, it's clear we can make it if we choose. For it is told, a story old, that life is what you make it. There's no time to fake it. From your mind into your life, there's no need for loss or strife. If you believe you can achieve.
That was Anything You Like with Aaron Bodie on vocals, a new track from Ryan Marquez. Saint Unity, S-A-I-N-T. Today's Live at Lotown is sponsored by Golf Thing Clothing. It's stylish, it feels great, it looks good on and off the course, and it's a golf thing. So we are so happy to be back. Let's find out. Well, two things. One, I want to actually give a shout out to Stacy Williams for listening. Thank you, Stacy, for commenting and listening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stacy.
We've got some likes. We've got some people tuning in. So we're just having a blast doing this show. It's been super fun.
Super fun.
Come visit us at the website, of course, Lotown Records, Lotown, lotownrecords.com. And shall we? Let's take a look and see what happened on this day in music history. This day in music history. Here we go.
What happened?
Pick a decade.
Let's do 70s.
All right, 70s. Well, let's see. Procol Harum. 1971. This is, wow. The Illinois, this is good. The Illinois Crime Commission issued a list of, quote, drug-oriented records.
Oh.
Yes. On this day in 1971, drug-oriented records, including White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean.
Obvious.
And A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum, as well as the Beatles' Lucy in the Sky with
I was going to
Diamonds.
say, I know that had to be on there.
Yeah, Lucy in the Sky. A Whiter Shade of Pale. It's a beautiful tune, actually, isn't it? Let's see, how does that one go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whiter Shade of Pale. It's a wonderful tune. Don't know that one?
Well, I was born in the 80s.
So, okay, you get a pass. You get a pass.
And I know some things about the 70s, but...
Well, it's a lovely tune. There's a bunch of organ and stuff on it. 1972, David Bowie on this day released Starman as a single in the UK, which became his first hit since 1969, Space Oddity, 3 years before.
He was into the space stuff.
Big time. Ziggy Stardust, of course, and Spiders from Mars. And
the Man Who Fell to Earth. Did you ever see that?
Yes. Incredible.
Dude, that movie was weird. But, you know.
Definitely.
Crazy.
Weird film. Very cool film. The Rise and Fall. The song actually was a late addition to the album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. It was included at the insistence of RCA's Dennis Katz, who heard a demo and loved the track, thinking it would make a great single. And it's all about Ziggy Stardust bringing a message of hope to Earth's young through the radio. Salvation by an alien starman.
Yeah, that dude was
David
on
Bowie.
the next level.
So that's pretty amazing. Let's see. In 1978, how about the band Joy Division? Joy Division?
What
What
decade?
1978.
I've heard of Joy Division.
Yeah.
What do they do?
So they were most, I think, known, probably their biggest hit. Let's take a look here. Joy Division, 1970s. I know two people that if they were here would know. Let's see. RCA Records, Keep On Keeping On. Let's see. Ideal for Living, Unknown. Oh, it's
I don't know anything.
one of the main guys ended up committing suicide. This is a whole tragic. The lyricist, and so Joy Division.
That's sad.
New Order performing in Berlin 2015. The group consisting of Joy Division's former members and often hailed as its de facto successor. Interesting. So New Order came out of Joy Division. There's another little tidbit. Did not know that. Okay.
Wait, let's do some 90s. Let me see if I know. Let me see if I
now we're
know some
talking.
stuff.
Okay. Oh. 1995.
Okay, I was alive.
1995.
I was 9.
On this day, Burl Ives passed away at the age of 85.
Oh.
Burl Ives. Okay. But of course, he goes way back. We go to 1994. Oh, Well, there you go. Kurt Cobain was was cremated at the Blythe's funeral home in Seattle. The death certificate listed Cobain's occupation as poet/musician, and his type of business was listed as punk rock.
Man.
So that's
okay.
That's how you.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
that
That should have said. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That should have said when Kurt Cobain was murdered.
Hey, I've seen the movie. It's hard to argue with that, but
Justice for Kurt. You know, I'm not trying to take down the man or nothing, or the
Right.
woman.
Right.
But
you're just saying
I'm just saying a spade is a spade, a duck is a duck, and
quack quack.
quack, big time.
All right. Okay. Well, that's what happened on this day in music history. One last one from the 2000s. Let's give it up for the 2000s here. Let's see. In 2013, Justin Bieber caused outrage after writing a message in a guest book at the Anne Frank Museum, which
What did it say?
I remember this.
What is this gonna say?
It said,
Oh God.
in which he stated he hoped that the Holocaust victim would have been a fan. He wrote, truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a great girl. Hopefully she would have been a believer. It was.
Yo, he was on some drugs, or his publicist said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna make you uber famous. Do this dumb thing, and then
Maybe.
we're gonna write about it, and you're gonna."
Anyway.
No, don't you feel like there's like some truth to it? Like it's just like, hey, you know, all publicity is good publicity is some publicity.
That's sort of the
mantra, you
some
know.
of the mantra. Yeah, bad publicity is better than no publicity, of course. But I mean, honestly, personally, I kind of think
You just have to be able to overcome.
I don't think she would have been a believer. I'm just saying. I'm not sure she would have like been digging on that kind of stuff. Maybe she would have been into Debussy or some sort of classical. She might have been like a classical believer. All right.
Yeah. No, I don't know much about Justin Bieber, but the times that his music has come on in environments that I was subjugated to, I wasn't really digging it. I'll just be honest. I'm sure he's really talented and he works really hard for what he has, and I can respect him on that level. I just didn't dig his music.
Yeah. I'm not going to really argue with that. I mean, I've mixed feelings about some of what I've heard, So that's that.
To each their own.
To each their own. So
it's like you can't argue talent, but you can subjectively like or dislike something.
For sure. All right, last one on this day in music history, and then we'll do play maybe one more clip, and we'll call it a day. David Miller. Let's see. No. 66. Wow, going way back. Way back. 1948. I see. Okay, these are births. This is like Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple apparently has a birthday. Ooh. And Loretta Lynn, born today. Loretta Lynn, yeah, country singer, first woman to be named country music artist entertainer of the year. Whoa. 15 chart toppers, best-selling autobiography, a coal miner's daughter, starring Sissy Spacek and Tommy Lee Jones. Great film.
I never saw that.
Yeah, awesome film. Okay, April 14th, that happened on this day in music history.
Wait, today's the 14th?
Or what is today? Today's the 14th. Today's the 14th.
Wow.
All day.
All day.
All right, well, I think we're kind of mostly through the show here. Once again, thank you for Will Buchanan. Thank you to Will Buchanan for being here. He had to leave early, and he was a fantastic stand-in. And it's always good to have a lawyer around because you never know when you're gonna need to negotiate aggressively.
Right. Get some legal advice.
A little bit more on the rude side. So, no, it's been great. Thanks again, and of course, thank you to Derek Crouch for Golf Thing Clothing. Hey, it's a golf thing. You want to just take us out with a little jam?
Sure.
A little jammy jam. All right. See you guys next week. Wednesday's Hump Day. Ryan Marquez live at Lotown. My name is Lenny Mink. And Pink Floyd Forever, etc. We love you. Much love to all of our family and friends and all of our supporters. Saint Unity is the name of the album. We're going to be pumping it. We're going to be pumping it up and pumping it, jamming it. So Ryan's going to take us out with some tunes. We'll see you next week.